With so many candidates, so many different races, and recent changes to voting dates, the voter is confused. That's why the state is turning to social media.
The state is offering all the information a voter needs right on Facebook now. By liking their page, a voter can find election dates and other important information about voter ID cards. And they can also find a link to the state's main online source of specific polling locations available in their county. The times, they are changing, and the state is adapting in order to educate voters in the simplest way possible, reaching them on their home computers or cell phones.
Like most college students, Deanna Dimmick is always connected on her smartphone. And a new study out of the University of California finds people who saw a message on Facebook turned out to be more likely to vote in the 2010 congressional elections. There's no reason to think that won't hold true for the upcoming presidential race.
I'm on Twitter all the time, and I follow lots of news organizations, and I follow the Republican candidates.
I'm following Mitt Romney and Barack Obama on Twitter, and it's nice because they can tweet out their platform and to a large audience, and it's easy.
And social media might be what keeps a younger generation engaged in politics.
I think it does a lot to inform those who normally wouldn't go on like a CNN or really any kind of news source besides like a Twitter or a Facebook.
I think it just makes people more aware of what's going on. Like, a lot of people can't tune in a lot of the times because they have class or they have work or they have something else going on. So it kind of keeps people aware of what's going on without having to actually sit down and watch it.
A lot of people are using social media to follow the candidates. Right now, President Barack Obama has nearly 20 million followers to his account, and Mitt Romney, also no stranger to social media, has more than 1 million people who follow him on Twitter. 2 years ago, it's estimated a simple message on Facebook moved 340,000 more people to the polls. With a presidential race this time around, that could push higher. In Syracuse, I'm Katie Corrado.
Social media use is relatively new in Canadian federal politics. While in the last election we saw extensive use of websites and blogs, the concept of having an active Twitter team or an active Facebook team wasn't really of the utmost concern. The first election campaign to really make extensive use and systematic use of social media strategy was the Obama campaign. What you saw in the Obama campaign was a really intelligent use of social media to drive real-world connections between people. So social media would drive coffee parties, policy pub nights, and those would translate into a more engaged electorate, as well as people who were fired up and ready to understand and take up Obama's message. Is social media going to lead to greater voter participation? It could very well, but it could also lead to greater voter suppression. I think that Twitter extends and amplifies what's going on. In fact, social media extends and amplifies what's going on in people's minds, in people's coffee table discussions at any given moment. So if the trend is negative, you could actually see potentially fewer people participate in an election because of engagement on social media. Whether or not that really happens is an open question. The jury's out.